Hey guys, so I'm really excited about this new project I'm working on because it's a story I came up with when I was 18. Even at that time, I thought it was extremely explicit with the sex and the gore. Since then, my mind has elaborated more on what direction I wanted the characters to go. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put myself out there then. As a writer, I guess I wasn't confident enough, but now I'm seeing it as a challenge, and it's so daring. Removing the disturbed sign is actually a mixture of two things that I created, a poem and that story that was never written. I thought the character needed a past, and well, now is a present. So this is it. Removing the do not disturb sign, episode 5, the juicy details. Xavier left the mansion with the Uber to come to his small, simple apartment shared with Julian. We find out that ever since Xavier has known Julian, they've been friends. He worked at home for Amazon, so he should be in his room, taking silent steps to his room. Julian door open. He was literally waiting for Xavier to come home and tell him all the juicy details about last night's hookup. Xavier doesn't go right to the conversation because for him it was such a letdown. He had specific expectations for Landon, remember, Prince Charming persona. Julian says, "Didn't you get some?" And assumes the sex was bad by the look on Xavier's face, but that wasn't the case, and even Xavier vocalized this. During them talking, Xavier takes a glance at Julian's laptop screen. There's only one folder on the main screen that reads private stuff. Xavier assumes it's Julian's sex videos folder from all his escapades, but later on, we get more into detail with that secret in further episodes. As their conversation continues, he admits to Julian that the sex was perfect. However, he's married and the husband is absolutely physically perfect. He literally looks like a Ken doll from all the surgeries that Landon has done to him. We don't know if they were what Caden wanted or what Landon expected from his arm candy to look like. And even so, Xavier doesn't look anything like that. He's just the nerd next door. Julian shrugs his shoulder and says, "Well, it doesn't matter anyway. It's just a hookup, right?" And Xavier says, "Maybe," which gives Julian the hint that maybe he's thinking about seeing him again, which he's not in favor with. He tells Xavier, "This is not who you are. It's one thing if you were built to be that way, but you're not." He even brought up Henry, the guy that we didn't see in episode 2, the one that Xavier really liked but stood him up. Julian knows that him being in an open relationship or a polyamorous situation is not him, and he reminds him to never change yourself for a guy because you just end up losing yourself. And that's when Xavier says, "But maybe I don't know who I am just yet." After their talk, Julian reminds him he's got to go to work. He walks out of his room, getting his clothes from the closet and getting his cell phone, going into the bathroom, letting the water run, texting Landon back, asking him if the offer still stands with him living. He made up his mind. Of course, Landon says yes, and he informs Caden the news while he tells him that Guy is not like us. We also find out that the story about Tommy he told Xavier was all a lie. Stay tuned for the next episode.